So there is a big wave of creators that want to quit their jobs and be full-time content creators. Now, here at Sidewalker Daily, we're not going to glamorize the content creator work. As what I just said, it is a lot of work. But if you are looking to quit your job and actually looking to do this content creator thing full-time, this video is going to help you sort through what you need to do before you quit to kind of get you in a space that you are able to let go of that corporate job, which I know is scary, but for some is so worth it. And for some, you may not be ready yet. And hopefully this video will help you decide if you are and if you should be quitting in the first place. Now, before I jump in, make sure to hit subscribe to our channel so you can be kept up to date on all things creator economy, content creation, influencer marketing, all that good stuff. We post videos weekly on this subject, and I think you're going to find a lot of value in our channel. Now, I talk to creators all day long, whether it be through my coaching programs or my membership. I am literally like always interfacing with creators, and a lot of them have full-time jobs. And I think the first place to start when you are deciding, do I want to quit? Can I do this full-time? Is really understanding your why. What is your why? Outside of, well, I just want to make money or I don't like what I'm doing. Really honing in on your why is going to help you understand if you can like make it through the ups and downs. Again, as someone who manages a creator community, I'm sure everyone in my inner circle can attest. There are some months that are skyrocketing amazing and other months where it's like, oh my God, this is so hard. Like, I don't know if I'm cut out, right? Because it is tolling. Creating content for a living is very tolling. It could be on your mental health, working for yourself, or owning your own business. There's a lot of struggles that come with that as well. So understanding your impact that you're trying to make, understanding that why, that purpose will help kind of be that northern light when times get tough. Another big thing I will tell creators before they take the leap is really to set realistic expectations. If you were to open up a restaurant or a nail salon or any sort of business, are you going to be profitable in the first month? Probably not, right? In order to break even, it takes time. It takes time to fully grow your business. And the thing is, when you are working full-time, it is hard to have the time to grow it, right? Because there's this struggle, like a lot of times people who do work full-time, they end up doing this as a side gig, but they're not really able to give it all that they need to really lift off. And again, that's a very personal decision, but I want you guys to have that realistic expectation of time so that you can get organized. Not to be a total downer, but I always say like, yes, I own my own business, but my business kind of owns me. Understanding that you will be working weekends, you will be working around the clock on other people's schedules. There are things to consider, the benefits of having that full-time job, right? Maybe being able to disconnect when you get home and not always having to be worried about, if you're going to make your month and all the stresses that come with entrepreneurship. Of course, super rewarding, but I always like to have creators be super realistic. And if they're like, yeah, I can get through it, like, absolutely, I want this, I'm going to fight for it, I'm going to do what I need to do to get it done, then you're in a good place. Now, a big piece of the pie before you quit is understanding the money. How are you going to live? Now, of course, if you are in debt or you have financial situations, I can't give you financial advice over a YouTube video, but those are big factors that you want to consider before pulling the plug. What I like to help creators think about in terms of finances is, one, figure out your income streams. I did an entire video ranking income streams, so you can check that out to kind of get your head thinking, okay, what are the different ways I'm going to monetize? How am I going to make money? And also work backwards, like set yourself up a monthly plan, like write out your expenses per month. How much do you need to make per month to meet those expenses? And then, okay, if you have $5,000 worth of expenses a month or $10,000 worth of expenses a month, then you need to figure out, okay, what's my financial plan to make my month to be able to pay off my expenses and more, right? Because it's not just paying enough to get your expenses covered, it's enough to be able to also have profit on top of that. And of course, if you have a full-time job, you may have things like healthcare covered for you, right? Or your taxes. Those are also things that you'll have to consider as a creator to set aside for. So budgeting will be your friend. You really want to just sit down, think, get organized. What are your expenses? What are those hidden expenses that you don't know about yet because they're part of your full-time job? And what will you need to do monthly to make those, to be able to pay this off? One thing that I think creators love is having, not only a savings plan, plan, but some sort of financial system in place. Maybe it's with your debit card. You saw that we did videos here on the Lily card earlier. It helps you immediately like set aside how much money you want to set into savings each month from your paycheck, or takes taxes out. You know, again, it's really about understanding that financial literacy so that you don't feel like, oh my God, at the end of the month, you know, it's completely dry. And also having a little bit of that rainy day plan, right? What if you don't get sales one month, or partnerships, or work? How will you survive? So, you know, being able to take out from, you know, your jobs and the income that you're making a little bit each month to save for a rainy day is actually very, very helpful. Now, I know this may sound silly, but like a lot of times people glamorize content creation and they don't realize the toll it takes doing it daily, showing up daily. I know for me, like the energy it will sometimes take to create can be very draining. So before you make that decision to, you know, do it full time, try to see if you can take certain vacation days or certain days off to really dedicate to what your life would look like. Do you love this? Is this something that you could see yourself doing outside, you know, if it was actual job, all the areas of the business, right? Because being now your own business owner is not just content creation, it's also understanding things like taxes and all the administrative work and like how you're going to go after clients, putting, you know, your portfolio together. Are you going to hire someone to help you? What's your content strategy, right? So also you have to kind of look at your business holistically and start to think, well, what is it that my business needs? What am I going to do? Am I going to bring people on? I bring this up because I think creators need to also test it before they pull the plug entirely. So if you could take some time off within your job to, you know, give it a run to see, can you do this content creation thing? I think it'll be very helpful. I think for a lot of creators that are, you know, influence driven or have audiences online, also leaning into your audience and being honest with yourself. Like, if you were to scale or like ramp up production, do you think that your audience would be more stoked, more engaging? Do you feel like you could provide more value to them? If the answer is yes, that's actually a really good indicator. Like leaning into your audience. Will this community that I've been creating over the years actually be there to support me? So one thing you can also do is test it, right? If you wanted to launch your own product, maybe before investing in launching your own product, you know, do something online that would see if your audience will bite. Test your influence, test to see if they would buy something from you, or if they would hire you, if they want advice from you and actually pay you for it. I think that is really the key, the crux of it is understanding, will your audience pay you for services if you plan on charging them anyways. You may not. Part of your monetization strategy may be to never charge your audience and to always create for them and charge brands. But if you do plan on selling to your audience, it would be great to test that ahead of time. Now, like I said earlier, breaking even in your business, having those realistic expectations of time. I think another thing is obviously investing in yourself. When we started Sidewalker Daily, we invested in ourselves a lot, from business coaches to different courses on things that we knew we needed to learn that we weren't strong in. So again, if there is an area of your business that you need to grow in or that you're lacking in, instead of wasting the time, you know, researching the free information, we strongly suggest to invest in an expert that can help you in a certain skill set. So if you need strong content creation skills, who is the best expert out there that can teach you so you can create amazing content? Or if you need to learn how to pitch to brands, you know, investing in our course here at Sidewalker Daily, our Pitching to Brands Master Course, that course will help you pitch to brands. It has proven results. So invest in yourself, knowing that it is an investment, but that it will pay itself back. I also think a really big indicator when you're deciding whether or not to quit is, have you made money yet from your platform? Has a brand paid you? Has your audience paid you? Has someone given you money in exchange for a service or content? The reason I ask this is because it's a really good indication that if you had more time, could you get more? Maybe the reason you haven't been able to scale is a question of time and a question of not feeling supported in that content side or in that pitching side. So if you have monetized yet, in a way, had some sort of monetization, I think this is a good indicator that if you were to water this plant and maybe spend more time in this space, that you would be able to see results. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think. Are you planning on quitting your job and doing content creation full-time or influencing full-time? If so, good luck to you. Keep us posted. Let us know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.